Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
When we think of Sodom and Gomorrah, we're more apt to connect them with God's wrath than His mercy. Yet almost every detail of this story has God's hand of mercy written all over it. Before Lot moved there, these cities were most likely already evil. God in His mercy allowed them to be taken captive by other warring kings, which should have been a wake-up call for them. In His mercy, the Lord sent Abram to go after these captives and rescue them because of His love for his nephew Lot, who lived among them. Lot lived there, showing God's mercy, as Lot was a righteous man, modeling the right way of living and calling them out when they did wrong. At one point, he pleaded with them, "Please, my brothers, do not do so wickedly." However bad an example Lot turned out to be, he didn't take part in their sin and urge them to do right. In the end, when the people of Sodom proved the depths of their depraved hearts, God, in His mercy, kept them from adding this last sin to their long list by blinding them. Perhaps this blindness also showed God's mercy, so they wouldn't see the terrifying judgment when it came. The whole saga of Genesis 19 shows God's mercy to Lot. His stubbornness in remaining in the wicked city of Sodom could have disqualified him for rescue, but God's mercy sent two angels who had to practically drag Lot's family out of the city because of their hesitation. They even gave him time to attempt to persuade his sons-in-law to come with them, though they did refuse. Then, when the angels deposited the family outside the city limits, they gave them specific instructions. Escape for your life. Do not look behind you, nor stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest you be destroyed. But then, Lot sorely tried their patience. He said, "Please no, my lords, I cannot escape to the mountains lest some evil overtake me and I die." Really, Lot? Don't you see the mercy that God has already extended you? Yet he asked to stay in Zoar, a city in the plain, and God allows it, sparing this small city just because of Lot. God's judgment came swift, complete, and harsh, which in itself we can consider merciful. Swift, so those affected would not suffer, at least not on earth. Complete, because God destroyed evil, and it spread just like He did in the flood in Noah's time. Harsh, because when we read about it, the story encourages us to follow the Lord so we won't suffer the same fate. So in that way, we always see God's mercy in His wrath. We even see God's mercy in Lot's life, because after he loses everything, and his daughters have incestuous relationships with him in order to carry on his line, God reunites Lot's family with the line of the Messiah, which we'll talk about tomorrow. In God's mercy, He gives us multiple chances. He rescues us from messes that we've gotten ourselves into. His mercy made a way for us to receive forgiveness and eternal life with Him. Lamentations 3:22 says, just like Lot, "Through the Lord's mercies we are not consumed." Instead, as Titus 3:5 says, that He saved us not because of deeds done by us in righteousness, but because of His mercy. Where have you seen the Lord's mercy in your life?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.